Talk Live. So if you haven't already, connect with someone who you don't know, but introduce yourself by your Instagram handle. And do y'all think, once again, this is an entertainment mixer, connecting, networking. Everybody in here is a part of my village. So I know for a fact that you all can meet someone and y'all can go to the next level, okay? Alright, so once again, y'all go ahead and have at it and enjoy the music. I just want to kind of talk to you all about the concept of like Brunch Talk Live and just kind of how I came up with that idea. So for those of you who've been following me on my social media, you know, I'm kind of 3.5 years in the game when it comes down to hosting, you know what I'm saying? So Brunch Talk is really actually started from last year as my radio show segment on campus at SCCU. As you all know, brunch is like the new trending thing for us, you know, millennials. So my segment, like I said, started a year ago. It was already called Brunch Talk before like brunches really was like, you know, doing what it do. So I was like, you know, I think it would be a dope concept for me to bring this to life. This is my first Brunch Talk Live, and I handpicked you all individually because, like I said earlier, you all are a part of my village. So I wanted you all to kind of have the first insight on what I have going on. So up here, as you all can see, today is also the official day of my launch for QMAC Radio. Yes. As y'all can tell, I've been anxious. I've actually been sitting on this since like October. And so right now, when we about to graduate in May, I've been getting this question like, Key, what you about to do, you know, when you graduate? And I'm going to be just upfront with you all. I may not know exactly what I want to do, but I know exactly what I don't want to do. One thing about us millennials, we're very creative, y'all. We can do anything we want to. So I was just like, you know, it's time for me to invest in myself. So I came up with my media platform. So it's just like now all of my media content, every interview I do with artists, me chopping it up with a celebrity, whoever, you can go right to my website, which is called qmacradio.com.
So there are some pretty good questions under there. So ask those, and we'll pick topics later on to discuss. There you go.
That's a good question. In my opinion, I'm all here for equality and no stereotype. Because it's a stereotype that a man can drug a woman and is in charge, but when women drug men, it's like it's okay. No, either way, you still drug somebody.
It's loaded because you can do so many things with this question. Like less for addressing, less is more than talking, interacting with people, less is more, I guess, education. It's a lot.
It's a lot of work. So, what you believe stands between you and complete happiness? I would say not fully having my career established yet. Like, I'm not fully happy because I'm not where I want to be in life.
For those who have had interesting questions, or you feel like you want Can we have somebody ask their question to everybody, and then everybody will chime in?
So my question was, how do you feel about Gayle King's interview with Lisa Leslie?
So knowing that she's going on this interview, I know that wasn't in the lineup for questions.
I was gonna say, I really think that she truly didn't care about the negative feedback. She was just thinking about what sells. Another Kobe Bryant interview was not gonna get ratings up. She had to say something that was gonna really get people to go look at it.
So does black love cost? Personally, I feel on every perspective, everything costs.
I think black love costs in the sense that we have to love each other as black people. Black love, when you think about from a male to male, female to female, brother and sister relationship, we have to think about the cost of us not loving each other.
The standard is up here. And then we have social media people thinking that you have to look this certain way to be a powerful black couple, when in all reality, you could just be chilling at home making your bread.
My question was, is it okay for Cardi B to use the N-word?
No.
Is it okay for Cardi B to use the N-word? I know during the black culture it is kind of like a term of endearment, like, oh, that's my friend, that's my... No, but I don't personally like calling people that.
Okay, so I would just say when it comes to the Afro-Latina community in general, it's kind of a blurred line because I feel like sometimes the community can come down on black people and they can talk bad about them when it's convenient to them. And then when it's convenient to them to join the crowd, then they join the crowd.
I guess I'm speaking from being from the same place as her. Like, it's kind of cultural, so I wouldn't not expect her to use it.
I'm not going to go stand by these people's table right here and blast. Okay, what's up?
But you gotta think about like this. So I'm gonna paint this picture for you. Because I would use these two of my lawn mothers. Every single person on my line is an entirely different person. Whereas I'm the king of code switching. I will go from what's good, my nigga said, hi, my name is Jalen Reginald. And today I will I'm the king of code switching. That's how the generation that raised me was raised.
Yeah.
If you think about it, so I work at a private HBCU, and the concepts that I see there are so code switchy because they think about how you have to be prim and proper at every move and every step of the way. My parents were born in the 50s. They talk how they were raised was when you go out, you have to be prim, you have to be proper, you have to speak well, you have to be articulate, and then when we're around each other, we can let our hair down.
I think it's important to code switch because it's a different you in every environment. Like right now, I'm TT, but like once I have on my crown, my pantyhose, and my heels, I'm T-Asia. What keeps you up at night? And I said prayer because I can never go to sleep without like finishing my thoughts with God.
The thing that keeps me up at night is definitely not being at my peak or my like ultimate success. Like I'm really hard on myself and like succeeding and becoming like the next big thing and breaking generational curses in my family.
I think a lot of what keeps me up at night is the things I should have done, more or less, in every sense of the word. And I'm not talking about I'm talking more about like yesterday when I was at work and my manager said something to me and I look back and y'all, anybody who's ever had a conversation with me, it's not a few things that don't come out of my mouth, but it was just with this one particular instance I said, I'm not gonna say nothing today, but I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and do what but then I get home and you know what? Damn, I should have let him know right then and that moment that that's not gonna happen again.
I think what keeps me up at night, I'm a 7th grade teacher, so I teach at Shepherd Middle. So I definitely, NCCU, you guys are very big with our school. I just want to say they love when you come because they watch you, because we don't have a lot of people that come in because a lot of people have counted our school out because of what they look like and who they are. And then just being at the bottom, so trying to bring them up and letting them know, because a lot of stuff is not that they're not smart, is they don't have the self-esteem for it. They believe I'm this because somebody told me this in elementary school, I'm this. So as their 7th grade teacher, I have to undo all those things. So at nighttime, that's what keeps me up is, am I doing enough as their teacher?
Yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Seriously, like you all, I don't know some of you all, but I do know in the community of Durham and just being on you all social media that you all are really doing stuff out here for Durham, North Carolina. So toast to Black excellence and greatness. Be here. Turn up.